me take you back to a time when love was as precious as diamonds, where if you search you would find it. I know that times have changed, but I don't wanna play no games, baby. I'll treat you different, show you commitment. She might be my baby, let me love you crazy.
Vian moved in her sleep but wasn't able to because of the strong grip on her. She opened her eyes only to find herself tightly engulfed in her husband's arms. She stared at him for some time with a soft smile on her face, but her expressions changed when she remembered what happened last night. Jerk. She moved his hand away from her and stood up from the bed, and he woke up because of the sudden movement. Vian, where are you going? It's still early. Today's Sunday, you forgot? He whined in half sleep, but she was long gone without giving a damn about his talk. He looked up when he heard the loud sound of doors slamming. Seems like it will be a little harder than other times. She is very angry this time. But it was your fault, Jungkook. Vian came out from the bathroom while drying her hairs, only to find him sleeping again while pouting cutely. If she wasn't mad at him, she would have waked him up by giving wet kisses on his cheeks or by slightly tickling like always. But not today. But she had to wake him up, or else he will sleep till afternoon. She grabbed 2 pillows and aimed them at his cute face and headshots one by another. What happened? What happened? He sat on the bed with a jolt, looking here and there, and saw his wife leaving. It took him some seconds to realize what was really happened. Never thought my wife can be this cruel. She is hella angry because of yesterday. But it was my fault. She waited there for 4 hours. Jungkook and Vian are married for 3 years now. It was a love marriage. Everything was alright. Both are understanding. Jungkook is handling his dad's business along with the underworld business. For whole world, he is the CEO of Jkoneshot Corporation. But only few people know that in underworld, he is known as Devil, Mafia King. And that's why sometimes handling both become a little bit difficult for him. But Vian always supported him. But from last months, things are not working like before. He comes home late and leaves early. She didn't complain, as she was also busy in her hospital, as she is well-reputed cardio surgeon. But yesterday, he himself planned a date, saying that in this 1 month, they didn't spend time with each other. Even though Vian has a busy schedule, she came after handling her work, but he didn't show up. She waited there, not 1, not 2, but for whole 4 hours. But at last, she received a call from his secretary that he is not coming. From that, she is not talking to him. Jungkook came in the kitchen and saw Vian preparing breakfast. He was about to hug her from the behind, but he stopped when he saw her tapping the fork on the slab hardly. He gulped. It will be better if you keep your hands to yourself, Mr. Mafia. Vian, Silence would be appreciated. Wine, it's enough. Yes, it's enough, Jungkook. You do your work and let me do mine. Wine, I'm sorry, something really urgent came up, which I couldn't deny. Yes, even that important that you didn't even get time to inform me by yourself. I waited there like an idiot for 4 hours, then I got to know from your so-called secretary that you are not coming. She huffed in anger. I'm sorry, it will not happen again. Breakfast is ready, she said before leaving the kitchen. Wear this in tonight's party, he said before putting the poly bag in front of her. She opened the bag uninterestingly, and there was a beautiful flower red dress in it. But her expressions were stoic. Okay, he expected her to say something, but nothing happened, and he left from there in disappointment. As soon as he left, she picked up the dress before standing in front of the mirror, twirling it around. It was beautiful. My man has a great choice. She smiled while caressing the fabric of the dress. Meanwhile, Jungkook smiled, who was standing at a little distance, slightly peeking at her side. I know, you can't stay mad at me for a long time. Let's see, for how long you'll not talk to me. They both entered the party hall and soon got busy in meeting their friends, relatives, and business partners. Jungkook was talking to his friends, but his gaze was time to time moving towards Vian, who was sitting at the bar counter, sipping through her apple juice. She is still not talking to him. Hello, Jungkook. She came and directly hugged him. Seeing this, Vian clenched the glass she was holding, which didn't go unnoticed by Jungkook. Congratulations. By the way, you're looking hot today. Wanna have dance with me? She extended her hands towards Jungkook, and he looked at Vian and smirked, and grabbed the hand of Leah and pulled her to the dance floor. Jungkook was expecting her to come and do something, but his eye widened when he saw her leaving the party while fuming in anger. He immediately left Leah and ran after her, but to his bed, she was gone by the time. He entered the mansion, and there was dead silence. But then he heard the sound of something breaking, followed by another things. And he ran towards their shared bedroom, and his guess was right. Vian was breaking things. She looked here and there, as there was nothing left to break now. She sighed and sat on the bed. She usually doesn't lose her temper easily, but when she loses, it becomes really hard to control her. And today, he really pushed her buttons. Why? He mumbled, and she looked at him with her most deadly gaze. She stood up and walked out of the room, followed by Jungkook. She picked up the vase which was placed on the corridor table and was ready to throw it, but Jungkook held her hand and placed the vase on its place. Why are you breaking these innocent things? She glared at him. So, should I take out my anger on you? Why, let's talk. I don't want to talk to... She couldn't complete as Jungkook lifted her in his arms and started walking. Leave me. I have enough of you. Why don't move too much, or We will be rolling down on the stairs. She stopped moving as he was climbing down the stairs, but she again started wiggling as soon as he reached the floor. Jungkook, leave me. I swear I'll bite you. She stopped speaking when she felt his lips on her. He was moving his lips softly on her. Her senses came back when he placed her on the sofa without breaking the kiss. She tried to move away, but he wasn't letting her. In the end, she grabbed his collar and kissed him aggressively, biting his lips, and after some time, they part away, breathing heavily. How dare you? How dare you, huh? How dare you be so close to her? I'm sorry, I thought you will. I'll throw that girl off from you or drag her out. He couldn't deny, as he thought of something like that. Nah, why will I fight for something which is already mine? And one more thing, I'm not someone who will force something on someone. Not someone, I'm your husband, right? Oh, so you remember that you should have thought about me before flirting with your so-called secretary? Why not swear I wasn't? She is always like that, you know her, right? And if you want, I'll change her. No need, she said and turned her face other side. Why not just end this? You're not talking to me since last night. I can't bear it now. So that you can ignore your responsibilities again? No, I gotta teach you a lesson. So, do something else, but please talk to me. I'll take any of your punishment. Anything? She asked while raising her one brow. By her look, Jungkook understood that something evil is going inside her mind, but still, he nodded. Anything. Okay, so listen carefully. No office for 1 week. And the dinner date you spoiled yesterday? I want compensation for that. And the main punishment I'll give you tonight. Wait for that. She mumbled the last sentence, but enough for him to hear. You'll not say not to look at another woman again? No. Why? Cause, of course, you know the consequences of that, right? He smiled and nodded. So, we are okay? I think. And he smashed his lips on her and she kissed him back with the same passion. After breaking the kiss, they both shared an intense eye contact.